Peeves and the Triwizard Tumult, by Sparrow Potter. As the sun set over the grand halls of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Peeves the poltergeist was up to his usual mischief. Floating through the corridors, he cackled with glee, leaving a trail of chaos in his wake. Tonight, however, he had a mischievous plan that would cause a Triwizard tumult during the prestigious Triwizard tournament. Peeves had overheard whispers of the upcoming tournament and couldn't resist the opportunity to cause trouble. He knew that the tournament was a time of excitement and rivalry among the schools of Hogwarts, Beauxbatons, and Durmstrang. Peeves decided to target the visiting students who were eager to prove themselves and bring honor to their respective schools. His first target was Fleur Delacour from Beauxbatons. With her enchanting beauty and enchanting accent, she had quickly become a favorite among the Hogwarts boys. Peeves, unable to contain his mischievous nature, decided to play a trick on her. As Fleur walked through the halls, he let out a loud shriek of laughter and caused her books to fly from her hands, scattering her notes across the floor. Fleur, startled and embarrassed, cried out in frustration. She knew she had to keep her composure for the sake of her school's reputation, but Peeves had managed to rattle her. Harry Potter, who happened to be passing by, rushed to her side to help gather her scattered notes. Fleur, grateful for the assistance, thanked Harry with a smile. Unbeknownst to them, Peeves was watching from a hidden corner, plotting his next pranks. He had always enjoyed causing mischief, but his antics had rarely caused any real harm. This time, however, he wanted to push the boundaries and make the tournament more interesting and chaotic. His next target was Victor Krum, the renowned seeker from Durmstrang. Peeves knew that Krum was known for his stoic demeanor and his dedication to his school. With a mischievous cackle, Peeves decided to interrupt Krum's concentration during one of his training sessions. As Victor flew through the air, his eyes fixed on the elusive snitch, Peeves appeared out of thin air, blowing gusts of wind that knocked him off course. Krum, bewildered and slightly off balance, tumbled from his broom and crashed onto the ground. The crowd gasped in shock as Krum lay on the pitch, dazed and disoriented. Peeves, hidden under his invisibility cloak, revelled in the chaos he had created. He watched as the other students and teachers rushed to Krum's aid, their concern evident. Madame Maxime, Fleur's headmistress, appeared furious as she glared at the empty space where Peeves had once been. Meanwhile, Harry, Ron, and Hermione had been observing the tournament closely. They suspected that something was amiss and knew that Peeves was behind it all. Determined to catch the mischievous poltergeist in the act, they devised a plan to lure him out of hiding. One evening, as everyone gathered in the great hall for the Yule Ball, whispers filled the air. Peeves had been spotted wreaking havoc in the Forbidden Forest. The trio knew this was their chance to catch him. They snuck away from the festivities and ventured into the dark forest, their wands at the ready. The forest was eerie and filled with shadows. Strange noises echoed through the trees, but Harry, Ron, and Hermione pressed on, their determination unwavering. After what felt like hours, they stumbled upon Peeves, cackling gleefully as he sent a swarm of pixies flying through the air. Harry, quick on his feet, cast a stunning spell towards Peeves, but the poltergeist dodged it with ease. Ron and Hermione joined in, casting spells of their own, but Peeves was too quick and nimble for them. He zipped through the trees, taunting them with his laughter. Just as they were about to give up, Peeves made a critical mistake. He flew too close to a massive centaur who was not amused by his antics. The centaur, furious at the intrusion, raised his bow and arrow, aiming directly at Peeves. The mischievous poltergeist, realizing his peril, let out a scream of terror and disappeared, leaving the trio standing in shock. They had managed to drive Peeves away, at least for the time being. The Yule Ball continued, but the events of that night left a lingering tension in the air. Peeves had caused chaos during the Triwizard tournament, but Harry, Ron, and Hermione had managed to outsmart him, even if it was only temporary. As the tournament drew to a close, Hogwarts emerged victorious. Cedric Diggory, a true symbol of bravery, had won the tournament with honor. The students celebrated, but in the back of their minds, they wondered when Peeves would strike again. For now, Hogwarts slowly returned to its usual routine, relieved that the Triwizard tournament had come to an end. But Peeves, ever the mischievous poltergeist, was always lurking in the shadows, waiting for his next opportunity to create chaos. And as long as Hogwarts stood, he would always find a way to bring a Triwizard tumult to the school.